Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's themed cocktail, the Kingfisher. In reference to our new main character, of course. There's no ice in the glass, just plain glass. However, in a shaker, you're going to take 2 ounces of Midori, 2 ounces of triple sec, ignore the man behind the camera, 2 ounces of lemon juice. Pop the top on your shaker, give it a shake. Oh no! Oh, there we go. Pour into your glass. And then for a little extra rizz, swirl in some glitter. Cheers to our new Shadow Daddy.
Welcome, everybody.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Quick Off the Mark.
This week, we're obviously being remote because Haley's back at her place. But we're going to be discussing Quicksilver. Woo, a new book. No rereads. Original Judgment Calls.
First-hand retelling.
Yes. Original retelling, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right.
So for our drink of the week, even though we're separate, we're still going to cheers. Excuse me, Lila.
So you're
okay. So original rating for Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't give it a 4.5 on Goodreads, I gave it a 5.
Yeah.
I
think I gave it a 5 on Goodreads too.
Okay. Yeah. I really thoroughly enjoyed this book a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because it was a new read and we weren't reading something that we already knew the plot to, and so it was it kept my attention more, but I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I thought that the sex to fantasy ratio was perfect. There was a lot of twists and turns that I definitely didn't see coming. Also, being an Audible, I'm not plugging here, but being an Audible listener, very much so, the voices, and especially the MMC for this book, love. Of course, we all have our favorite narrators, but he is definitely top tier on my list.
Yeah, I listened to a couple chapters on Audible through Spotify or whatever, and narration was top tier.
Yes. Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't like about this book is, we've talked about this before, but I'm a speed reader, and when I was looking at the bottom of my Nook and it said 1 hour and 30 minutes left in this chapter, and I was like, excuse me?
Okay, so I think that was just what, for maybe the average reader, it would take, because there's no way it took. I went through, but after you mentioned that the chapters were a little long, I went through, and I think I have it right here with me. So I'm just going to see how many chapters. Oh, pardon. The longest chapter, I believe, was 45 minutes for me listening time. It was 41 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's if that's what I was listening at, because I listened to this one pretty slow, because I enjoyed it. I went back down to my 1.4, 1.45 sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that chapter, I remember thinking, this is a long chapter, but it was near the end. So I also didn't want the book to end at that point. I feel that I went from having 15 and 14 hours for the longest time to all of a sudden having 5 hours left. And then I was like, oh no, it's almost done. And then it got down to the 1 hour and I was like, no. It's just like a Sarah J. Maas book would be, or a lot of the romantasy books that we've been reading lately. I feel like, again, everything happens in the last 100 pages. Yeah. And I'm just like, what is going on?
I know. I remember I was laying in bed and it wasn't late, but it was like 11:30, 12, and like Jared's asleep or whatever. And I'm like trying to I imagine if I was reading the physical book, I was like this, because I was like, oh my God, so much is happening. And the book was over and I was like,
yeah. And I feel like so much got left open at the end of the book. So before we jump to the end of the book, because we have some theories about that. I think that the book was really easy to get into. The characters from the jump were, well, obviously, except for Kingfisher, were lovable from the get-go. Carrion, love, immediately. With the little banter they had at the very beginning was just, on point for me. Don't really care about the brother. What was his name? Hayden, yeah, the brother is... Because we get no interaction with him whatsoever, except for the feeling that she loves him because he's her brother, but he's also kind of been quite a pain in her fucking ass, if you want to be honest. Mm-hmm. Whatever, he's there. She's even funny from the beginning, so I really liked her, which a lot of times it takes me a little while to really love a female character like that. I've never really liked Violet. Yeah. But I loved Aelin. But it took me 2 or 3 books to like her, honestly. It wasn't until Heir of Fire that I was like, okay, this girl.
Yeah, it probably has something to do, I'm assuming, well, for me, it has a lot to do with the, sarcasm and wittiness.
It does. It's the quickness. It's the I don't give a
yes. Yeah. And I feel like it was forced with Violet, but with Aelin and with the female main character in this book, it was, instant. It was
yes.
Oh no, I'm sassy, and this is what I think.
Yeah.
Not forced.
And she keeps her own very much so with the guys. Yeah. Yes. Even with our Kingfisher. But Ren loved him. Even Everlane, the sister. I was like, okay, she's giving Elaine.
She's giving Elaine, but better.
Better, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she goes and becomes the issue later, becomes the problem.
Okay, so the first, big curveball that I saw was, Kingfisher and Everlane actually being siblings. I was like, oh.
I caught on to that immediately.
Yeah.
Whenever they started talking about, I think Sarah throws out a question, if it was your brother, wouldn't you want to go back and save them or something? And there's this weird awkward pause, and I was like, that's her brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair. But I thought when, it was introduced, I thought it was, a love triangle between Everlane, Ren, and Kingfisher, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know who Everlane is actually situation shipping with at this point, if it's Ren or if it's Loras, because I think it could be both, for all I know. And maybe Endgame is going to be Carrion, but...
Maybe.
Because it's a trilogy. So there's 3. Brookstone comes out in November. I think November 18th was what we saw. And then there's going to be a 3rd book. Pray to all the book gods that she doesn't do like Rebecca Yarros did and take a trilogy and turn it into 5 just because of popularity. Because I think when you always have more books in you, it's not like this is your...
You can make
only one. Well, right. And because of this book, I've seen a lot more of Callie Hart's previous works have been showing up on my my platforms, and I've downloaded them for later reads and stuff. So please don't choke on that. I'm dog sitting right now. And doesn't know how to not follow it. Big chicken.
Big chicken.
Little chicken.
It's a chicken.
He's a chicken.
Anyways, back to the book.
So, and Ren immediately loved, and a Scottish accent, I was like, and the way they describe him, I feel like he's the hottest of them all. But I think he and Loras might be the hottest of them all. Because the way they're just... Go ahead.
Just not mountain man, but just this tall,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's giving more Roman Reigns in this book than Quicksilver is. And I tried so hard, girl. I tried so hard, but then she would talk about how pale his skin was, and I was like...
So there's this TikToker that's been popping up on my TikTok pretty recently, and he's like this big bodybuilder, but he's like fluffy, muscly, and so that's how I pictured Kingfisher, and he's like covered in tattoos, and the best part is, I'll send him to you, but the best part is he's got a wolf tattoo right in the middle of his chest, and I was like,
oh, that's perfect. Okay, send him to me. Actually, you know what? Pause right now. You go ahead and send it to me so I can imagine for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because it was hard. And then I would, okay, pale skin, and then I would look at some of the fan art that's out there because none of it was popping up for some reason. And there's one that I found that I was like, okay, this is definitely it. Because a lot of times I think that it was the tattoos that weren't hitting right on the AI generated fan art, you know?
Well,
but there was one I saw where his entire chest tattoo was like the perfect wolf. And I was like, okay, that's it. Yeah.
I sent you a Facebook reel of the guy. I don't know who his actual name is because he's got 2 different accounts and I can only find his, like, whatever.
I gotta open up Facebook.
Yeah, so sorry. I feel like I pictured him like the cover, and I know that that's kind of controversial for some reason. People don't picture Kingfisher like he is on the cover, which is weird, but that's how I pictured him.
Well, I agree with those people because the Kingfisher on the cover, not a big fan. I'm sorry, Callie Hart, which is why they're changing. Hot take. Why they're changing, I think the book work, like the artwork for the book, is being changed from that original to, I think it's more of just a matte black with the first one's gonna have blue iridescent writing, and I think the second one's gonna have like that orange auburn tint. This is who you saw? This man right here?
Yes. Now, I didn't see it. He popped up after I finished reading the book, and I was like, oh.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'll send you the video.
Okay.
I can't find it. Let me scroll through his videos for 30 minutes. And
pause. Yeah, no, that's fine.
We'll be right back. Commercial break. Just kidding.
Yes. So, the characters immediately, even the villains were villaining really hard. Like, Malcolm, I could see him immediately. He was giving a little bit of like, what's the bad guy's dad in Harry Potter?
Draco Malfoy's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Malfoy. And then, Lucius, that's it. But then mix it with a little bit of like, or when Orlando Bloom played the elf in Lord of the Rings, and then a little bit with, I didn't watch the prequel, but Throne of Glass has a prequel, and there was a guy.
A few moments later.
Did you know that there's volleyball in this book? Did you catch that?
Sorry, can you repeat yourself?
They were playing volleyball in this book. Did you catch that?
Who was playing volleyball?
The Fae, when Everline, whatever her name is, and
Everlane.
Yes, they're walking through to her dad's like chambers, and they're playing volleyball like in the court. Yeah,
I didn't catch that, but shout out.
Yeah, it's super early in the book, but I was like, oh, sign me up.
You know what?
I'm there.
Did really catch me off guard in this book, though?
What?
The fact that Carrion did not give a F about being taken away and waking up in fairyland. That screamed something is up with this man to me immediately. I was like, you mean you're just cool with this? Like the day that she wakes up, he's just like, or that he wakes up, I guess, he's just like nonchalant being like, oh, is this what we're doing now?
Yeah.
What?
And then he like immediately tries to put Kingfisher in his place, and he's like being sassy, and I'm like,
yeah,
he's gonna eat you, like
literally. Yeah. And then when Kingfisher gets jealous because Carrion is flirting, and then he realizes, I've seen all these memes now where it's like when Kingfisher realizes why he smelled Saeris on Carrion, and it's like,
and then he has him scrubbed down with like 18 different
moss,
right?
And like he gets jacked off by the water sprites. with moss. Like the whole thing, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Then, like, during that scene, I was like, oh, there's something up. Like, it's not there's something. So that's when like the mate thing started really going in my head.
So I was wondering if they were going to do the mate thing. I was like, is this going to be a thing? And I think it was the second time that they hooked up. Not the first time, where it's like, come with me and they just go. Like the second time where it was like he was having the night terrors and she like stayed with him and she got all. It was the transferring of the tattoos.
Yes.
So
I
was
love
like,
magic tattoos.
yes. First of all, I would love a magic tattoo girl. Are you kidding me? All day, son. When he covered them up and she just let him, I was like, girl, rock it for a little while.
Guess what? Like,
Mama got some last night. Like, what do we?
yeah, look, my tattoo matches the one across his chest. You know where my hand was?
Isn't this so weird? If we put it together, it's one piece. Literally, I was like, okay, so just leave them. But that was when I started thinking. I was like, okay, so this might be a mate situation kind of deal. And the way that they did it, but I will say this too, when he admits that they are mates and that he knew immediately, I'm like, that was a little bit of a disconnect for me. I know he talked about why he did it because he was.
And we're back. So it was the mate thing definitely.
Yeah.
He was screaming. And again, there was a disconnect between the way that he treated her all throughout the first part. Which, I mean, you knew that he was following her, right? Like, you got a little bit of that vibe.
Yes.
Maybe it's Carl. Maybe he's messing with my headphones.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, like, when he showed up in the library, like, came out from the shadows between the books, I was like, okay, it's giving a little, did you ever watch A Discovery of Witches?
No.
Like, even would be a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he started playing with the shadows, I was like, yes, another shadow daddy. Although this one is moving right on up. This is probably going to be a hot take for a lot of book talk and like book world, but the more books we read with like fantasy, the lower Rhysand is on my top
100%. So I'm sorry, it's just liquor. When I see videos on any of my platforms that have it might be a guy that's like, hey, if your girl starts talking about Rhysand, I'm like, honey, if she's talking about Rhysand, you're just at the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Like, you don't know what your life is about to turn into. Like, Rhysand's going to be a very small memory very quickly. This is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
There are so many other better ones, like, truly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingfisher, this book, is, I think, a better shadow daddy than Azrael. I know. I don't know if it's a better shadow daddy than Dorian.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. My problem with Azrael, and we haven't obviously talked about Avatar yet, but we're spoiler full, so, is he never does anything with fucking shadows. Like, I know he hasn't had his book yet, but hot take, do more with your shadows, Azrael.
Hopefully we'll get something soon with his shadows.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, I'll be honest too, like, a lot of the Quicksilver, I kind of just...
Oh, like her messing with the Quicksilver?
And changing its forms from liquid to solid to... I really enjoyed the voice, because they did dual voices and the audio for it whenever the Quicksilver would whisper to her, and I liked that a lot. But it was a little hard to understand them. I'd be like, I have to listen to either the male voice or the female voice to really, like, get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And then I knew that it was not going to be good when she was like trying to reform the sword. Also, that was an interesting scene. That's
which part where she calls out the That should have been another sign about Carrion when he was like, "Hey, have you even considered asking it?" Because he's Fae, he knows. Like,
yeah. No, when she blew up the sword initially, I was like, "What is happening?" Okay.
Well, stupid me. I was like, the power of love. She loves him so much. He's her lobster. She said, "Stop," and it just stopped. Yeah. Turns out she just talks to Quicksilver. So
yeah. But so she's like trying to reform it into the sword, and it's like, you'll give us a song for one of us, like a song for us to keep or whatever. I was like, this is not going to be good. This is
I thought the exact same thing. It was when they said the keep part. I was like, did we not learn anything from when Fisher made the blood oath or whatever, or blood bargain or whatever?
Yeah, no.
If it sounds too good to be true, chances are it's too good to be true. Which that ended up being okay. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then she did learn. She learned fast.
Yes. She did make the same mistakes over and over and over again. I will say that as well.
Yes, which was refreshing.
Again, Carrion just being right with everything, like telling the jokes. And did we ever find out if Carrion's sword... Hey, Dash, can you not? Thank you. That's really sweet. There's water right there, boo-boo. I promise. You need a spoon feed it to you?
Yeah.
When he said, she asked if his sword had magic, and he was like, well, I guess that's for me to know and you to find out. Did we ever find out if it does or doesn't have magic?
There's no way it doesn't.
I think it has to, but like he just hasn't told us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it has to too.
And it's not even like he's just Fae. Like he's like the Fae. Like
he's of the era of the and lineage of the most high of like a god Fae.
Yeah.
Which that's another thing. I was like, when we got introduced at the end to the god, I was like, oh god, we've got so many levels again. Like that's how I feel with Fourth Wing. There's so many levels to so many things. And I'm like, we have the High Fae, we have the Fae, we have the Ancient Fae, we have witches we haven't even really gotten into. We have vampires that we have barely scratched the surface of. We have gods.
I know, when you told me there were vampires in this book, I was like, girl, you're lying. And then when it said vampire, I was like...
What? I don't know where I had heard vampires, but I swear to God, I had heard this book had vampires. And I was like, isn't he a vampire? And you're like, no, I don't think so. It's Fae.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then as soon as I heard it, I go, bitch!
I know I read it.
I just want to say that I was right, because bitch is always right. These aren't cool vampires, unfortunately. So
No, they're very evil, blood-sucking vampires.
Yeah. So the first makeout sesh where he said, I don't know what's real or something to that effect of basically he can't trust himself.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to delve into that a little bit more than we did.
Yeah.
Like him not knowing what's real and what's not. I feel like we saw him suffer and things like that when he was being tortured or with the night terrors and things. But we never really saw him kind of lose touch with reality, I guess.
Yeah, except
I kind of wanted a crazier, if we're going to talk you crazy eyes.
Yeah.
So if you have the crazy eyes, then you need to live up to the crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because really the only time that he lost it was when they were in that little village and they were in his mom's house and she laid with him all night. That's the only time that he lost it.
Right.
Yeah.
And even then that wasn't losing it. It was night terrors. He was going in and out of consciousness. Basically is how I took it. He was being tortured from afar. Basically, it was hurting his body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it was hurting his mind.
No. Yeah. But speaking of the smut, which was smut to fantasy in this book.
Perfect ratio.
Yes.
We got three smut scenes, maybe.
Yeah.
And a good makeup on top of that. So cool.
And it wasn't even
and the build-up was really good.
Yes. And it wasn't this much smut. It was pages. I don't like when I get a chapter or a paragraph.
Lorcan Dead?
Yes.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. Yeah.
I want it to be... Can you hear him?
No.
He's making moaning noises with this cow. The scenes lasted a long time, I can tell you that.
Yep.
I had to plug some stuff up. So, like, literally, it was taking a while for these scenes. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah. The only thing that I wish we could, like, start a petition for is can we get rid of folds, wet folds, that whole thing? Can it just go away?
So you did tell me that she said this a lot in the book, and I was like, I hate that. But I counted because you said, and it was only like 3 times. 3 times she said folds. But I think because it's like a word that stands out to people where it's like moist. People hate moist.
Yeah.
That because it's your word, you're like, yeah. I don't like flaps. I also don't like love folds, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one where he wakes up from the sleep, top tier, favorite sex scene of the book. Because I think that's the first time that you get that he like actually cares about this person.
Yeah.
They've already fucked, mind you. Yeah. No, when after he's had the episode and he wakes up and he's like bristling the underside of her breasts.
Yeah.
And, like they don't talk to each other physically, they just whisper to each other's brains. I'm like, that's hot. Yeah. I knew that would be a great skill to have. Better than human. Can you not do that right there? Can you?
Yeah.
A little up, boo.
Yes. I knew that he was doomed during when they had sex in the tent. I was like, yeah, he's doomed. Because his heart was beating, and, he went on this, like, long rant about how humans are so weak and their hearts betray them, and then his heart was beating fast.
I think that was just them making out, right? That was when he, like, throws the tent over, or the table over, and he, like, pushes her up against the wall, and that's when he also says, like, I don't know if this is real, and he puts her hand to his heart, and it's like...
Yeah. I thought they ended up having sex.
Not then. He walks away for some reason.
Oh.
And she walks away.
Oh, no, they get interrupted.
Yeah,
because...
Like, something happens. Like, they have to go fight.
Yeah, the vampires are crossing the water
I think he
or
leaves.
something.
That's when you're thinking about when they're laying in bed and she's got, like, the camisole on because he, like, put it on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, and then I think Ren walks in and he's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Ren. I also really love Archer.
Ren's
I want an
great.
Archer.
Archer is good. Archer very much gives me Dobby, but make it fiery and a little charcoaly with little ashes coming off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then her non-conventional sidekick being a fox.
Onyx, how cute is that? So I was trying to talk to Lila in like other languages, like to tell her what color she was. I was like, you're not really Onyx anymore, so let's see. What can we do? I was like, you're a little greasy Blanca. She's not black anymore, that's for sure. She an old lady. You want to make an appearance? Say, hi, everybody, I'm still here.
She looks so traumatized.
She's very shaggy right now, obviously. She did get a bath, though. Auntie Ariel gave her a bath. Shout out. Because I'm a bad mom and wouldn't. All right. Now, you've been seen. Go for it. Wah! Okay. So, conspiracy theory time.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Okay. So a lot of stuff happens, obviously. Like, we get the vampires. We find out about his mom and how, like, it's not Bellatrix. That's from, what's the king's name?
Yeah. Starts with B.
Cool.
No idea. It's not in my notes. Very side character.
I mean, he was kind of a big character. He's Everlane's dad.
Yeah.
And he's part of the evil three, but I like to call them. Anyway, that guy. Him being, like, the one that killed Fisher's dad and knew that the whole time that it wasn't him and blah, 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 blah. Kingfisher, okay, so this really did piss me off. The self-sacrificialness of, I knew the way that he was being so sweet when they were last time. I was like, this man is going to leave her and try to take care of it himself. It's giving Aelin Asher Regiles Phineas. You're being too nice. You're making too many sweet gestures. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Goes through. She almost dies. I do want to talk about the spider at some point. Dude has to bite her. Hold on. I'm not going to say dude because we are talking about him. What did I send you the other day?
Moments later.
Valadinius, whatever, the vampire prince that is
Malcolm
not bad.
II.
Yeah, the second in command that was just playing, I guess, Goose the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's a love triangle. I think that the way that he reacted about her biting him, the way that she when she was like, why did I do that? Talking about biting him when she became otherworldly. There's going to be some tie to him with that, I think.
Well, that's interesting because we already know Kingfisher doesn't share, so I don't imagine that that's
and
going to
they're
go
mates,
very
right?
well.
Like we know that they're mates. So to me, it's just giving. There's something that is being very much so kept secret until the next book.
Yeah, the whole like God scene at the end of it, I was like, what is he trying to say? Is he leaving them on their own, or is he not leaving them? I was so confused. I was like, okay. To be determined, yes.
No, that was the deal, right? That like no one could interfere.
Yeah.
No gods or kings or witches could.
That has not worked out.
Which he said my brothers and sisters, which I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Referring to the evil three. He said to them, my brothers and sisters wouldn't want that. They would want to start all over with a brand new tree, and that would hurt his daughter's hearts. The whole thing was giving very parable. You know what I mean?
I was picturing like Percy Jackson for some reason. Like,
well, no, like visually, I'm thinking Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
He's literally giving a parable of like, so what about the sun? Goes away and comes back.
Are you talking about Noah's Ark?
No, in the Bible, there's two sons, and one's a bad son.
Oh,
the prodigal son.
The prodigal son. Yes.
That's why
I was like, what? I thought you meant sun as in like the sun outside.
You're so pretty.
I know. It's been a very long day.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, it was giving very parable to me. But yes, visually, I was also seeing Percy Jackson. And I've never even seen that movie. I've just seen the previews. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That whole thing was weird, but I don't know if there's going to be a love triangle. Her being a vampire is going to be weird, though.
What is?
Her being a vampire is going to be weird, and especially because Kingfisher is so driven by blood, like the bloodlust that they talk about that the Faes had issues with. Like he has such a problem with that now that she's a vampire. It's just, I don't know, it's giving weird.
Hey, y'all, that's enough. Yeah. Also, the fact that she's like the queen of the bad people on the other side of the river. I have a lot of questions, quite frankly, that I needed a little bit more answers to at the end. Mm-hmm. And can I also just say that I hate when they cliffhanger on purpose. And I know that like they do it to keep you coming back. But let me tell you something right now. I will DNF a book real quick, okay? So listen, all you have to do is keep it good. If you have a good book and it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, guess what? I'm still going to continue in the series because Mama don't forget. Yeah. Okay? Like, I'm coming back, and I want to see what's going on with characters that I truly love, and I feel like she did such a good job with these characters. So don't leave me on a freaking cliffhanger. Twin Peaks?
Yes.
R.I.P. David Lynch. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The book ended and I was like,
I think you forgot something. Yeah. Yeah.
Why is everybody standing up? The ride's not over yet.
Right. Will you please sit down? The plane hasn't stopped. Yeah. But of course, besides that, the book was fantastic. I appreciate the recommendation. It was,
Yeah, it was good.
I agree.
It was good.
We'll be
I'm
coming back
also.
for Brimstone in November.
I
So,
know. I'm glad that we
yeah.
don't have to wait very long. Like,
I know. Well, it did take us a while to read it. It's been out for a hot second. So
that's true. That is true.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also like I read Fourth Wing like a couple months before Onyx Storm came out, so I didn't have that long of a wait, but now I've got like an eternity for the next book, so
I'm not reading the next book, so
that's whatever.
that's gonna be you all by yourself on that one. Okay. She lost me after Onyx Storm. I haven't finished it twice now, Haley. I've never finished the whole book.
I know.
I can't. It's yucky boo boo. Quite frankly, I can't stand. We're going around the mulberry bush here. Come on.
Oh, I
Give
guess
me
that's why
something.
you didn't react when I sent you that she had made like a post on Instagram and it was like about Garrick. Did you read that I sent you that? Okay. Well, she
What about it? She's trying to make him core now because it's not gonna work.
No, it's like a spoiler. She like posted a spoiler and it's about Garrick. Garrick is the one
Did
that's
you send it to
missing.
me on Instagram?
Yeah.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't checked my messages for like weeks now.
That sounds about right.
I think I have 21 message threads that haven't been checked. I keep sending them to y'all, but I'm just not checking them. I keep sending it to Quick Off the Mark pod at Instagram. Like and subscribe or something.
Yes.
I post a lot of stories. Please, if you think they're shitty, let me know. If you think they're funny, let me know.
Yeah. There are bonus chapters on Callie Hart's website. I have not read them yet, but there are apparently bonus
from
chapters.
Kingfisher's point of view,
Yes.
it was a $2.99 credit on Audible, so I got it.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this book was good. I
Fantastic.
highly recommend. Like,
yeah,
one of these times
Yes.
we're going to get a book that I don't actually love, but so far so good. So great recommendation. Shout out.
So spoiler alert: we are going to be going a little bit more fluff in the coming weeks. We're returning to our smut roots. Well, I'm returning to my smut roots. And then we think that we're going to venture into the Powerless series. So join us again next week as we just talk over each other and discuss more fantasy and smut, romantasy, if you will, loves of our lives.
Yes. Bye, y'all.
Bye.